Welcome guys, this is Killa here, and today I'm going to be here discussing the PS5 because of course yesterday we had the PlayStation 5 reveal. They showed off a lot of games that we're going to see from it, and they confirmed some of the specs. They showed us what it was going to look like. I'll put that up for you guys in editing once I get to that part, like discussing what it looks like. And yeah, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and run through the PS5 games, the list of them first, and then I'll go back and kind of pick and choose a few of them to talk about. Because, like, honestly, if I sat here and talked about all of these games, then this video will be way too long. But anyway, so here we go. GTA 5, Spider-Man Miles Morales. I don't know if that's how you say it, so I'm so sorry if I just offended any Spider-Man fans. Gran Turismo 7, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Project Athia, Stray, Returnal, Sackboy, A Big Adventure, which is like a Little Big Planet. I guess like a different approach to Little Big Planet. Destruction All-Stars, Kena, Bridge of Spirits, Goodbye Volcano High, Oddworld Soulstorm, Ghostwire Tokyo, Jet, The Far Shore, Godfall, Solar Ash, Hitman 3, Astro's Playroom, Little Devil Inside, NBA 2K21, Bugsnax, Demon Souls, Deathloop, Resident Evil 8 Village, Pragmata, whatever the heck, and Horizon Forbidden West. Now for the Resident Evil game, I don't know if it's going to be called like Resident Evil 8 Village or just Resident Evil Village, but I would imagine it's going to be called Resident Evil 8 Village because in the actual like the logo for the game, they did like something similar to what they did with the Resident Evil 7, where they kind of put the 7 in, like it was in Resident Evil. But with this one, they got like the 8, the Roman numerals from the village. I'll show that to you right now. Anyway, so GTA 5, they're gonna basically remaster it, I think, for what would be a third time. Originally came out for PS3, then they remastered it for the PS4, and then they also remastered it for the PC. I think they did. I'm pretty sure they remastered it for the PC because PC can handle a lot more like specs and stuff than the PS4 could. And then they're gonna remaster it again for the PS5, and a lot of people thought that that was that was GTA 6 because it was the first one that they showed in the thing. It was the very first game that they showed, and it showed like Rockstar came up on the screen, the Rockstar logo, and then we figured out and like by the end that was just GTA 5. So pretty sad. Anyways, and now moving on to the Spider-Man Miles Morales game. Like I said, I don't know if I said that right. It looks like it's just going to be like a Spider-Man game, but with him in it. So that should be pretty interesting. I've never played the other Spider-Man game. I haven't played that one yet, but I think I'm going to get this one and try it out because I kind of wanted the other Spider-Man game, but I just never got around to really messing with it. And I think I'll probably just try this one out here, this Spider-Man game for the PS5. Then Gran Turismo 7, the interface when you're in a race looks a lot similar to Gran Turismo Sport. I'm pretty sure like it was the exact same from what they showed, because they showed like actual gameplay from it, and it looked like the exact same. So I don't know if they plan on like changing that around, but that, yeah, the interface, the user interface while you're racing was a little bit, or I meant not a little bit different. It was like pretty much the exact same as Gran Turismo Sport. Then Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I'm excited about this because I don't know if any of you guys know, but Ratchet & Clank is my favorite video game series. I've played nearly all of them, And this one, it's been a while since we've gotten a Ratchet and Clank game. I think it's been since 2016, so 4 years since we've gotten a Ratchet and Clank game. And this one, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, it looks like it's gonna incorporate something like where the enemies can come from the different planets, and like you'll just be on a planet and then enemies from another planet just come through a rift and they're like there in front of you. It looks like a different approach to a Ratchet and Clank game compared to what we've seen in the past, so it looks promising right now, and I will definitely be one of the first people getting me a copy. Sackboy: A Big Adventure. Like I said, that is it's basically the character from Little Big Planet. If you guys have ever played any of those, I've played all of the Little Big Planet games. Well, I won't say all of them, because I actually don't know how many of them there is. I know there's like isn't there like a Little Big Planet Racing or something? But I've played Little Big Planet, like the original, then Little Big Planet 2 and 3. So those are the ones that I've played, so I don't know if that's all of them or not. Then Goodbye Volcano High, it was kind of like a cartoonish look to it. Like they drew in the characters for that. That's what it looked like. It looked like a cartoon. So, I don't know. That one seemed a little bit weird, if I'm being quite honest. The next one, Hitman 3. So, I'm definitely going to be getting this, because I haven't played the first Hitman and Hitman 2. And they looked like they were pretty fun. But, like, the Hitman 3, I'm definitely going to end up getting this, because there's the Hitman games are actually pretty good, like the level design and stuff, and they require some strategy to them as well. So that makes it pretty fun, because you have to strategize what you're going to do, how you're going to approach this person, who you need to kill, and disguise yourself as to get into certain areas and stuff like that. So they're pretty fun. Then NBA 2K21, of course. Looks like we've got a major graphics improvement in the sports game world coming, because with NBA 2K21, the net had texture in that thing they showed with Zion. The net had a texture. It was a 3D model. It's funny that I'm saying that, because in the games right now, if you look at the net is just like a little piece of paper. The way the lighting was set up as well, like it looks like we're getting a major graphics improvement as far as like NBA 2K especially. I don't know what they'll do with Madden. Madden was not in this. Madden was not in here, but I imagine that they're gonna improve how theirs looks as well, and as far as player likeness and stuff like that. But then Resident Evil 8 Village, of course, the last installment we had with the Resident Evil, as far as the main timeline, not these little remakes that they've been doing. It was, I believe it was 2017 with Resident Evil 7, and we left off with, I think it was Ethan, and depending on your ending, you have Mia with you. I think Mia is the name of his girlfriend in that game. You were being picked up in an umbrella helicopter, and apparently some people were thinking it was Chris Redfield that picked you up. And then now we're going into this one. Looks like it's going to be in European, so maybe like kind of like Resident Evil 4. They did. There were rumors that were saying that the interface, like for, I guess, your inventory user interface was going to be similar to Resident Evil 4. So maybe it's going to be similar to what Resident Evil 4 was. But as far as like the enemies that they were showing in there, that was definitely, there was like some werewolf or something in there. That looks exciting. I think I'm going to have to get me that too. And then Horizon Forbidden West. So it's basically like a follow-up to Horizon Zero Dawn. So I might get this one and try it out. I didn't play Horizon Zero Dawn. This looks like a game that would be fun, but I'm going to have to see stuff about it first before I get it, because this is one of those ones where I'm like, well, it looks promising, but I need to see some reviews about it and wait till it comes out before I can really form an opinion on it. So there's a bunch of other games that I didn't talk about, but like I said, I don't really know much about those, and I'm not about to sit there and pick out every little thing that we saw from the trailers. Now, what I will say is we saw a lot of stuff from Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. There was a bunch of Ratchet & Clank. So Ratchet & Clank is most likely going to be a release title. It looks like they've come very far into the development, given that they showed us a lot of gameplay. So I imagine that Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is most likely going to be a release title. And it looks like the PlayStation 5 is going to end up, its release date is going to miss the holiday 2020 window. So it's basically looking like it's going to come out next year instead of this year. Because a lot of the games, like most of the games, were 2021 releases. I think one of them was 2022. And there were a few that were 2020, like NBA 2K21, and there was one other one that was also 2020 release. But, yeah. Now, the PlayStation 5 itself, it's been getting some mixed reviews. People are saying it looks like a Wi-Fi router. So, yeah, here it is on the screen. There you go. But anyway, so, yeah, I think it looks a little bit bulky right now. Now, I don't know if they'll come out with a slim version of it, but it does look like it's at least maybe 3.5 inches thick to 4 inches. That's what it just looked like to me. And I may be way off, but that's what it looked like. And they're going to do a digital version, and they're going to do one with the disc drive. So if you're somebody that doesn't buy physical copies of games and you just download them off the PlayStation Store, then it looks like the digital version might be for you. Now, they didn't give us any specifics as far as price, but I imagine the digital version is going to be cheaper because it doesn't have the disc drive and stuff like that. So, but for me, I will be getting the one with the disc drive, like the standard PS5, because I cannot, like, when I download games, like whole games from the PlayStation Store, it takes them forever to install. I have, like, slower internet than most. When you have a disc, it can copy some of the, like, basic stuff for the game. It can copy it from the disc, and then you can go ahead and play, like if it's a offline mode. But if you download it physically, you have to download over the internet. I said if you download it physically, I meant if you download it digitally, then you have to download, like, everything about the game through your internet. And for me, that takes forever. So I prefer getting physical copies of games unless they are running a deal on them in the PlayStation Store. Then I have to go ahead and get me a copy of that game. But and then they're gonna have, like, a remote. I guess if you're watching YouTube or something, you can use the remote, but so you don't have to use up your controller. But with my TV, actually, my TV has the link, because I have a Sony TV in my room, and you can actually link that up with the PlayStation. So when I turn on my PlayStation, the TV comes on. I thought my PlayStation just came on there for a second. I thought I heard a beeping noise. I was like, hello? But anyway, so, yeah, when I turn on the PlayStation, it turns on the TV as well, because they're both Sony. And if I press, like, I can use the TV remote, the Sony TV remote, with the stuff on, like, on the PlayStation, and I can press certain buttons to do things on the PlayStation, so I don't have to use my controller then. So basically, the remote looked kind of like smaller. I guess it's smaller than what we've seen in the past. Maybe not as many buttons than, like, the one I have for the living room. It looks like they're going white on the PlayStation 5 Like on the previous PlayStations, they've been like a black color, except for the first one. The first one was like a silver color, or like a gray. But on the 2 and the 3 and the 4, they were all like black. And now this one is like more futuristic looking and white. And the controller is confirmed. We do know what the controller looks like. And they confirmed the stuff with the what is it, like the adaptive triggers? I think that's what it was. So that looks pretty promising. There's a microphone in the controller, built-in microphone. Of course, they got the headphone jack on there. That's about all I have to discuss. So I know this video was very long, but I just went through and analyzed everything that I thought about the PlayStation 5 reveal. Hopefully we'll be getting prices soon, because I know that's what a lot of people want. They're like, well, this looks nice, but how much is it going to cost? You know, things like that. Hopefully they won't price themselves out of the market and charge too much, because that's not going to be good if they end up charging too much, because they did that with the PS3. So people are hoping history doesn't repeat itself once again. If you guys did enjoy this video, then please slap that like button, subscribe for my gameplays on the channel if you're new, and with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.